Ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. This is an iPod Touch 5th gen. This is the 16 gigabyte mid 2013 version of the 5th gen iPod Touch. And I got this a while back. I'm pretty sure I made an unboxing video on it, but I have officially sold this iPod, so it is technically no longer mine. This device is going to be making its way across the Atlantic Ocean. It is headed to the United Kingdom, where it is going to a new owner, and I am sure it will be loved and treated just as well as it has been in my collection. This is a gorgeous device, and before I send it off, I just had to make one more video. I wanted to do a 4K 60 FPS video so we can truly appreciate this device and the condition that it is in. This thing is in very good condition, although it does have a crack in the display, as you can see right there if the light hits it. Just a single crack, which is amazing because there is no other damage anywhere on this device. So this specific model of iPod Touch is a 5th gen, but it is very different than the original 5th gen that came out in 2012. This model does not have a rear camera, and it only has 16 gigabytes of internal storage. So this was the low cost option. I believe this iPod was $229 US, while the 32 and 64 gigabyte iPod Touches started at $299 and $399 respectively. This iPod Touch did not launch alongside the original 32 and 64 gigabytes. Those launched in late 2012. I believe it was the same announcement as the iPhone 5 event. And this device came out in mid 2013. So finding one of these on iOS 6 is really hard because I believe they shipped with 6.1.3, which is basically the last version of iOS 6 for these older devices. So if somebody had one of these and updated it even once, then iOS 6 was no more on this device. So talking about the specs just a little bit, we've got the dual core A5. I believe it is clocked at 1 gigahertz. I know the version in the iPhone 4S was underclocked to 800 megahertz. I think this one got the full speed. It's got 512 megabytes of memory, and of course this one has 16 gigabytes storage. The iTunes and App Store are both working, although they don't look very good. We'll see if Safari is working. Usually it does, but things do not load as they should. There we go. We've got iPhone 15 Pro here. We'll see if this page loads normally. I am guessing it will not. But that actually, yeah, it's not going to load. Some things do, but most of it does not. Of course, we've got the iOS 6 app switcher down here, which is truly iconic. Volume slider there. What's interesting is AirPlay is actually working. So I have my HomePod here. It's named Anakin's Pod Racer. I can actually output to that, which is pretty cool. So we've got the crack in the display, but let me give this a little clean because I think besides that, this device is in perfect condition. I guess there are some scratches there. You can kind of see them with the flash in the reflection there. But apart from that, really clean device. We've got the power button up at the top, one microphone there, volume switches on the side. We've got our Bluetooth and Wi-Fi antenna. Then at the bottom, we have our headphone jack and the lightning port, as well as our speaker. Now, I believe this is the thinnest iOS device ever. The iPod Touch 5th and 6th gen, but this one does not have a camera bump, so I think technically that means this is the thinnest iPod ever. But this one does not have a camera bump like the regular 5th gen, and it also does not have the little lanyard loop here at the bottom. So, is this one running iOS 6? It might be. I forget. Well, let me plug that into power. This is the busted display iPod Touch 5th gen. It is running iOS 6, but the display is messed up and the digitizer hardly ever works. So this one is not very usable. So there you have it. That's just a short video. I wanted to give you guys one more look at this device before it departs my collection. Let us go into wallpapers, and I gotta say, this might be my favorite iOS 6 wallpaper. That looks stunning with the old style icons. This is a timeless design. I don't think this will ever get old looking at. Beautiful device. This thing is gorgeous. And it's going to a new home where hopefully it gets a little more attention than it has been getting in my collection, because as I'm sure you guys know, I have so many devices. It's hard to give them all the love that they deserve and need. So that's been it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in another video.